It was just after 2 a.m. on a quiet spring night in Columbia, South Carolina. The streets around the Five Points Entertainment District buzzed with energy. College students spilled out of bars and clubs, laughing, calling ride shares, making their way home after a long night of partying. One of those students was 21-year-old Samantha Josephson, a senior at the University of South Carolina, months away from graduation, full of ambition and excitement for the future. Samantha stood on the curb alone, phone in hand, and summoned an Uber. Moments later, a black Chevrolet Impala pulled up. She opened the back door, stepped in, and the vehicle drove off into the night. But this wasn't her Uber, and Samantha would never be seen alive again. This is the terrifying, heart-wrenching story of how a simple mistake, one any of us could make, led to a nightmare no one could have imagined. It's the story of Samantha Josephson and how her brutal murder shook a nation and changed the way we think about rideshare safety forever. Samantha was everything a parent could hope for in a daughter. Born and raised in Robbinsville, New Jersey, she was bright, kind, driven, and compassionate. Her friends described her as bubbly, funny, always with a smile on her face. At the University of South Carolina, she was majoring in political science and had just been accepted to Drexel University's law school. She wanted to become a lawyer for international human rights. That night, March 29, 2019, Samantha had gone out with friends to celebrate. It was a typical college night out, music, dancing, drinks, laughter. But sometime around 2 a.m., she got separated from her friends. She was intoxicated, tired, ready to go home. She ordered an Uber and stood outside Bird Dog Bar, waiting for her ride. Surveillance cameras later showed her pacing for a few minutes before a black Chevy Impala pulled up to the curb. She walked over, opened the door, and climbed into the back seat. The driver didn't object. He said nothing. He simply drove off. The driver was not an Uber employee. His name was Nathaniel David Rowland, a 24-year-old man with a disturbing history and a plan. Whether this was premeditated or an opportunity he seized in the moment, we may never fully know. But what's clear is that Samantha was vulnerable, and Rowland took full advantage. The next morning, Samantha's friends and boyfriend noticed she hadn't come home. Her phone was off. Calls went straight to voicemail. By afternoon, she was reported missing. Panic set in. Flyers were printed. Social media posts went viral. But the search